Ahoy there, me hearties. Ugh. This is Justin with the Millennial Mixtape, and today I'm back with episode 5 of Best Theme Song Ever. Now, I had a friend text me and requested that I do Jake and the Neverland Pirates. I have not seen the show. Maybe as a parent I should have, but that's what we're going to be taking a dive into today and seeing if it's got the right stuff. So we're back after this. So again, today what we're diving into is Jake and the Neverland Pirates. If you're unfamiliar with how we do the show, each week I look at a different TV show and the theme song. I investigate the premise of the show as what Wikipedia says. I also look at the history of the theme song based on any research I can do. Then I have 4 criteria that I evaluate the theme song on. I have earworm ability, or the song's ability to be an earworm, makes sense. Intentionality of lyrics, do the lyrics give me a good idea of what the show is about? Title sequence, does the title sequence when paired with the lyrics also give me a good idea of what the show's about? And lastly, timeliness of the song, or how does the song fit into the audioscape of the time it was released? Now, if you would like more information on how I review the content, please go ahead and check out the link right below the like button. That will have my full rubric there. You can see what constitutes a perfect score. So far, the only perfect score we've received is the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. So off we go. Okay, the first thing we need to talk about is the premise of the show.
A gracious good day to you all.
Captain Hook, what do you want?
I've come to pay me respects. Oh, and to take all your lovely treasure.
So according to Wikipedia, here's what Jake and the Neverland Pirates is about. The show revolves around a group of 3 children, Captain Jake, Izzy, and Cubby, 2 boys and a girl, who are pirates in Neverland looking for treasure. Their main obstacles are Captain Hook, Mr. Smee, and Tick-Tock the crocodile from Disney's Peter Pan franchise. Captain Hook usually sees Jake and his crew doing something fun and steals it from them, and Jake and his crew have to get it back. After they succeed, Jake and his crew count their gold doubloons, which they receive after solving puzzles or pirate problems, and put them in their treasure chest known as the Team Treasure Chest. We'll stop it there. There's a little bit of extra information that we don't really need to go into, but I do want to say I feel like I should have watched the show even as a fan of Peter Pan. I've seen every iteration of Peter Pan. Something about not growing up that maybe I should text my therapist about. There's got to be something there. Why are we're going to get existential on this? I enjoy the concept of Peter Pan. I like it. But yeah, this isn't a show that I've checked out. I wonder why. All right, up next, we're going to discuss the history of the song.
To start today's adventure, everybody say the pirate password. Yo-ho-ho!
Now, there isn't a lot to the history of the song. It's not like the Better Call Saul theme song or even the Brady Bunch theme song. There's just very little information out there to discuss on Jake and the Neverland Pirates. There is a Disney fandom Wikipedia. There's a page dedicated to this show, and that's where I got most of this information. So the title of the song is Yo-Ho, Let's Go, which put the emphasis in different places. It's a completely different song, but we have a pretty short, succinct little song. I'll get into the lyrics in a moment. It was performed by Kevin Hendrickson and Lauren Hoskins, which subsequently they are the performers of the song and they appear in the show as Captain Bog and Salty. So there are live action sequences within the show. There's a band that performs pirate rock. It's a subgenre that I bet you didn't know you needed in your life. And that's them. So Kevin Hendrickson and Lauren Hoskins are Captain Bog and Salty in the show. But outside of that, there's really not a lot of information about the song. So that's it. Let's move on to criteria number 1, earworm ability.
Pirate feast, there be treasure for all.
Enough!
All right, so for earworm ability, it's not really my jam. Maybe I'm not listening to enough pirate rock. I do like the jauntiness of it. It is a jaunty tune. I mean, it sounds very pirate influenced, but it's just not my cup of tea. Now, my friends texted me because this is something that gets stuck in their head, and I guess if you're hearing it multiple times a day or multiple times a week, it probably does get stuck in your head pretty easily. But as someone who only listened to the song 3 or 4 times, I don't really feel like it's stuck up there. So for earworm ability, I'm going to have to give this one a 2. It's catchy, but not so catchy that it gets stuck in my head. All right, our second criteria Second criteria, intentionality of lyrics.
Yo-ho, way to go!
So the intentionality of these lyrics is pretty much pitch perfect. This gives a great representation of the show. You know that it is a show about pirates just off the shores of Neverland. You know, kind of the setting of the show. You get an idea of who the characters are. You've got Jake and Izzy and Cubby, and I mean, they're all there. So I feel like they do a good job of letting the viewer know what they are in for with this show. There is some iterative change in the lyrics between seasons 2, 3, and 4, but not enough that we need to really delve further into that. So yeah, as far as intentionality of lyrics, it's not as spot on as, say, A Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, but it does do a better job of letting you know what the show's about than a Golden Girls. So for intentionality of lyrics, I'm going to give this one a 3. I think it's a solid 3. Right. Criteria number 3, title sequence.
So trouble to love hooks lagoon, says I, 'cause we're floating in a pirate paradise.
So this one I think is a slam dunk. The title sequence paired with the words, you get a fantastic sense of what the show. There's the elements of the pirates. You see Neverland. Captain Hook has been neutered. He's got a little safety ball thing on his hook, which it's a show for kids, I get. And I remember there was that meme about pirates don't steal that came from this show. So source material could be worked on, but we're not talking about that today. So as far as the title sequence, when we look at the lyrics and the visuals and everything put together, I think that that's actually really good. So I'm going to give the title sequence a 4 out of 4. All right, and our last criteria before we give our final score here, we have timeliness, or how well does the song line up with what was on the radio at the time.
Guys, I can't hold on much longer. I wish I could help.
So the number 1 song when the show premiered, which was February 14th, 2011, that's a holiday for some people. When this song premiered February 14th, 2011, the number 1 song was Grenade by Bruno Mars. So this is the second time Bruno Mars has popped up on our best theme song ever. It probably won't be the last, if I had to guess. But yeah, so Grenade by Bruno Mars. I'm gonna be honest with you. This is where it gets kind of ridiculous, because you have a fantastical pirate rock theme song that fits in at no time. It is timeless, but not in the good sense. Competing against Bruno Mars, who, I mean, has monster hits. It's not really a fair comparison. Again, this song is timeless, but not in the good sense. Not like Better Call Saul, where he had that surf rock. Pirate rock, I feel, is a little bit more niche and not as balanced as a surf rock would be. So for timeliness of the song, I'm gonna have to give this one a 2. Okay, so going in to see what our final score is for Jake and the Neverland Pirates, we have a 2, a 3, a 4, and a 2. Add all that up, average it out, it gives us a 68.7, which we'll round up and do 69. And yeah, so yeah, that's not great. That's a low D, almost an F for Jake and the Neverland Pirates. I mean, it's a kid's show. Is it meant to be enjoyed? Is it meant to get stuck in your brain? Maybe not your brain, but definitely your kid's brain. So yeah, Jake and the Neverland Pirates, not great. All right, so that will do it for best theme song ever. Again, this week our episode was Jake and the Neverland Pirates. Let me know in the comments what TV show you would like me to do. Again, these come out every week, so go ahead and hit that sub button and the bell gizmo so you're notified of every best theme song ever that comes out. Again, I'm Justin with the Millennial Mixtape. Thanks for tuning in. Over here is a video that you might like, so give that a click when you're ready. And until I see you next time, stay safe, stay well.